I think it really gets back to, making it you, that whole individual approach, the one size does not fit all. Be careful about some of the components that you want to use in your tiny house that may not be designed specifically for what you're trying to do, like that horse trough that you want to use as a bathtub. It's not going to work very long. The bottom's going to fall apart and drop out, and all kinds of issues are going to happen. Or I've had people come to me and say, I want to do stainless steel walls in my shower. Okay, we can do that. But I tell you, I don't know about you, but you go into that shower, let's say it's only 3 feet, you bump into one of those stainless steel walls, it's cold. Think about it. Think it through. There's a cool factor to it, and there's a functional factor to it that I think really needs to be, taken and digested, thought through, and made sense of. You need to have the function component of it, but if it's a showpiece and all you're going to do is, have people walk through it and stay in it occasionally, and it's like, check it out, way cool. Cool factor is great. But let's think about, in general, most tiny houses, at least that we build, people are living in them, staying in them for extended periods of time. Put stuff in there that's going to work for you, that's not going to be a hassle, but yet have some cool stuff in there, man. You have to. I mean, I think that goes back to making it work for you. It's as an individual. Depending on your lifestyle, that livability is going to be different. Whether it's, let's say, for instance, I don't want a microwave. I don't, cook a lot, or, I don't need that much room for a stove, or I just need a little bitty refrigerator, or I need a big refrigerator because I'm a vegetarian and I need to, buy vast amounts of veggies and things that need to be stored and can't go bad. So it's like thinking about those things, and I go back to it. We're building this for you. You're designing this for yourself. Think about how you live. If you're doing it for someone else, you need to ask them, how do you live? Do you cook? Do you have pets? Guests, how many? Do you entertain? Do you need space for that? Do you do yoga? I mean, do you need room to be able to have, how much space is that? How tall are you? How short are you? How many friends do you have that you want in your tiny house? Our tiny houses are built to last. I mean, a lot of the materials that you see used in our tiny houses are the same materials you're going to see in a site-built residential home built on a foundation. We really make an effort to use components that are going to add longevity. They're going to be maintenance-free or minimal maintenance required in terms of upkeep. Our units should last you 35, 40 years if you take care of them. So you compare that to a typical RV where you've got, stuff that isn't really meant to be used on a daily basis. They're going to wear out. It's going to fall apart. I mean, things that aren't built to withstand the rigors of everyday use, they're going to give out. They're going to cause you problems. And so, so you look at, or I look at the differences in an typical RV. I mean, it doesn't have the stuff in it that's going to last. And I think that those are big deals. Most RVs, you buy an RV because you're going to haul it around. You're going to go camping, 3 months out of the year. You're going to haul it to the campground, or pull it back home take it out on Friday, bring it back home Sunday. So there's a lot of that going on. Most tiny houses aren't really built to travel, although they can. I mean, I've got models that we've got in excess of 40,000 miles on, going to and from shows. But, I mean, what you got to do to take everything out of the cabinets, get everything on the main floor so it doesn't slide around. I mean, it's different in that respect. I have people come to me and say, hey, I'm planning on traveling in my tiny house, And I'll usually say, it's probably not the best idea for a tiny house because of the things I just mentioned. There's a lot that goes into moving your tiny house around.